This is a big name hire for a bench coach. I mean, really, when you think of bench coach hires, usually you kind of shrug your shoulders and go, okay. But with Gibbons, it's a guy that managed the Blue Jays 2 different eras. He's a guy that has had flashes of success. He's a really big personality. I mean, before he took this job, I think he was podcasting like you and I about baseball. So
He's still podcasting.
he's still going.
Current day. Like, he couldn't comment on the Mets. He did a podcast the other day, and he's just like, yeah, I met with them. It was great, but, nothing's official yet, kind of thing. Like, he's podcasting now.
Yeah. So John Gibbons hired the bench coach. And I think most importantly, the baseball side of this, Joe, is that they get somebody with not only experience in the dugout with these guys, but somebody that brings a little bit of an edge. And if anybody's been listening to this podcast long enough, Joe and I, when the Mets are getting, plunked by a million pitches, or we're not calling the Mets a soft team or anything like that. It's just a matter of, it feels like the Mets could use maybe 2 to 3 hard-nosed personalities, and I think this one might fit the billing of that.
I wonder if John Gibbons will lead bench coaches in ejections this year, because all you have to do is go on YouTube and put in John Gibbons ejection, and people have made montages that are 15 minutes long of John Gibbons going off. But obviously, from just a sheer standpoint of how he fits as the bench coach outside of the kind of fieriness and that kind of personality, he brings managerial experience, which is something that will be valuable to Carlos Mendoza, obviously coming in as a first-time manager. And he's had success as a manager too. That's the thing. He brought the Blue Jays to the ALCS, and I know he hasn't won a World Series as a manager, which if he did, he's probably not a bench coach. He's managing somewhere. But he's been a successful manager that knows New York a little bit too. I mean, he was in the Mets organization for a long time as a minor leaguer. He had a couple cups of coffee in 84 and 86, I believe. So I have to imagine he has a World Series ring from the last time the Mets won a World Series. So there's kind of that connection from long ago, and also just a guy who has managed relatively recently in baseball. I think he's going to be exactly the kind of guy you want sitting next to Carlos Mendoza to guide him through his first year, 2, 3 as a big league manager.